Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this care. Communion showing that we care. With gifts of love with dread.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we care. With gifts of love with joy.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins. That could only be one thing. It's a Rika almond beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
The Housing Authority offers products that people can choose from, products that people can access, and I think anyone looking to build, just call the Housing Authority of Grenada. The service was superb. Every step of the way, they collaborated with the owner, they collaborated with the builder. The builder himself was really good. For what I've seen them do, I have to say that from buildings they have done in the past to where they are now, they have come up to speed with modern trends, modern designs, and I think I will advise anybody to choose the Housing Authority of Grenada.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply. But it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
Welcome one and all to another Mikey Life program. I'm your host Mikey Hutchinson, and we are coming to you from Grenada. This is the Spice Island of the Caribbean. Now we're different from any other island in the region. We're different. I want to tell you we're different. We're real different people. You know what I mean? But we ain't getting into that tonight. So we have a lot of things to tell you about. We have some updates and so on for you. So for the usual suspects, we want to say thank you for joining us and welcome to the program. Now let's see what we'll be talking about tonight. A man who was killed by police yesterday. We now know the identity, and of course we'll talk about that and what police is saying happened. 3 injured in afternoon accident today. All right. Rotary Club Grenada launches its Good Neighbor initiative. We'll tell you about that. And prank calls have major consequences, says police. All right, and the health system here is under a little bit of pressure due to testing demands. All right, but the nurses are coping. Prohibited items seized at Her Majesty's prisons. And we've got men on drug charges. And in Barbados, boy, politically, clean sweep in the place. Clean, 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 clean. For a second time. You understand? But me a get on, boy. What? Anyway, all you, let's leave that talk there. We're taking a little break and thing now. And we're coming back on the program. Remember, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credit, compliments to yourself. And all just share the thing, man. Share the business. You see, want to share. That's how other people get to know that we are live. So all you're waiting for, just share the thing. You know what I mean? Good. Anyway, all you, yeah, boy. Blessings to you. Usual suspects, first-time viewers, everybody. Blessings to you. So we're coming back. We're going to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of quotes, Grenada Limited, Digicel Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value, IGA Supermarket. All right. And superb distributors. We're taking that break and we'll be back shortly.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
All right, so we're pretty much good to go. All right, so all you, yeah, the first thing that we have to tell all you about, boy, good news. All right, an initiative designed to benefit eligible individuals and families who require short-term assistance was launched this morning by the Rotary Club of Grenada. Now that initiative is called the Good Neighbor Initiative. Now here's what. Under this program, individuals and families can apply for assistance for electricity bill payment and or other costs associated with replacing or maintaining electricity supply at their homes, or change the financial circumstances directly related to the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. You understand? Now, so they are saying that they are very proud to have put this initiative together. So families who are going through a hard time, and you know, electricity is essential. You understand? You have some homes still without electricity, or there are some families who are, for one reason or the next, placed on the breadline. For example, in COVID situations where the breadwinner has passed on and leave them with nothing behind. You know, imagine that, boy, when you feel like, yo, this is it for you. You hear about, well, you know, there's this Good Neighbor Initiative, you know, you could sign up and thing, and maybe they could help you out. Yeah, I mean. So this is good. This is good. This is goodish. You know what I mean? So, good job, guys. Good job. All right. Oh, yeah. We're moving on. Make sure to share the business. Here's the next thing now. 200, we were telling you last night. For those of you who listen, real thing that's happened. You see, after national report, real thing that's happened on the program. Now, some of all when all see national report come on, all running. You know what I mean? Let people tell you. Real this day when the program gets sweet. What else all? Some of all you know, think. When you hear the first segment done and thing, all I want to run and thing. After NR, die when thing is like pillow. You understand? Yeah, the pillow nice. But the best part of the party in the pot is the bun. You understand? So after the national report, when we're winding down to the bottom of the program now, that when the thing is nice. It's the bun we're dealing with. That when real thing that happened anyway. So after the NR last night, we was giving you the information relating to the dashboard. 280 more persons found the COVID-19 positive. And that was out of 1,036 tests that were conducted. You understand? Test positivity is around 27%. You understand? So there were no additional deaths, so we stand at 204, you know. And so we're waiting to hear what things go look like tonight. There are a lot of people recovered yesterday, boy. 670 recoveries, so that show our active cases back down to below 3,000. You understand? It's just about 2009 or something like that. You know, 2009 somebody around this. So in terms of our active cases, you understand? So, all right, we're gonna hear more people recovering in the next few days too, and you know, as we continue to identify positive cases within the community as well. Oh yeah. Grenada's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Oli went out to extend congratulations to Barbados' Prime Minister Prime Minister now, Mia Motley. She secured a second term in office with a landslide victory at the polls yesterday. By she announced the snap election on December 27th and gave the reason why. She said, "What now? Within the silly season." And with the silly season and COVID-19, that can't work. You know, it is hampering our progress. You understand? So let me just get this silly season out of the way. You understand? And she was confident. She said, "Oh, if I don't make it, that's okay. If the people want me to rule them, to govern anymore, that's okay. That's the people's wishes." You know? And the woman go there with confidence, boldly, and the woman get 30. Yeah, that. Yeah, me I get 30 or 30. Let me talk proper on the program. You know what I mean? So she clean sweep the place again. She was hoping for it. You know what I mean? So she get what she wanted. You understand? Yeah, boy. Telling me. You understand? Look at here. You see the place? Anyway, ladies, I look good on the program, though. Let me leave that program. Let me leave that piece. You understand? So, let me move. We move in. I get a hold of the seats in the business. So, oh yeah, I was telling all the Prime Minister here, they were saying congratulations and then kind of business. All I'm saying is, we're moving on. So, Trinidad go through, St. Lucia go through, Barbados go through. Yeah, quite a bit of countries went through, islands went through the election during the pandemic. You understand? So, anyway, lady, that talk. Good night to everybody. Alright, so we're moving. Oh, yeah. We're moving. The Grenada Food and Nutrition. Let me see if I have a picture for that one day. Suppose I have like a picture for all, and I like to show all the pictures. Oh, I don't see that there, boy. Maybe I forget to put it in. Anyway, so the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, right, with support from the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, and the Ministry of Agriculture, they say that they are strengthening their food bank initiative, a project that will lay the foundation, they say, for the establishment of the National Parliamentary Front Against Hunger Secretariat. You understand? Now, under the project, the FAO is working with the GNFC, that's the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, to develop, they say, a strategic action plan that will provide a framework for expansion of the food bank. The GFNC, a statutory body under the Ministry of Agriculture, has recruited a team of consultants to develop the strategic action plan, which should provide a comprehensive, they say, guide with goals, objectives, also measurable actions and timelines, and identifying the responsible agencies and stakeholders that will work together for the eradication of hunger and malnutrition in Grenada. You understand? This initiative will support vulnerable families on a monthly basis with nutritious, locally produced food as a means of promoting healthy eating habits. Yes, and that ain't so bad, eh? You see, the Food Bank initiative also contributes to economic activity by supporting local farmers and producers, while at the same time improving the appreciation for local food and their nutritional benefits. Each voucher is valued at $75, and families can receive as many as 6 vouchers depending on the number of residents in the household. All right, not a bad thing at all, you know. So in other words, so the project is going to help the farmers, you know, like with their produce, because now the farmers will have a market, an additional avenue to sell their produce. And now once those items are purchased, then people who are hungry will then get that food. You see what I'm saying? They will be eating healthy and so on, and we have a healthier nation. Yeah, son, not a bad initiative. Well, good news for the whole night tonight to know. Well, not quite, because we have to now tell you that, you know, we were telling you about the incident yesterday, and that a man was killed by police. Declan St. Bernard, he's actually from Rose Hill, St. Patrick, according to sources. You know, he was the individual that was shot by police yesterday. Now, according to reports, he was behaving aggressively to 2 persons, and the police was called in. Yes, and according to the police, he charged at them with a knife. While one bystander said that the police fell, and the deceased further charged onto him armed with a knife. And so the police officer discharged his firearm in the direction of the individual, and he was shot. According to police, he was taken to hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. Now, this brought to the fore the issue of mentally ill people and how we treat with that issue. According to family members and people who know him, they say he's known to be someone with mental illness. You know? So these situations get really technical. You know, they're really technical. I don't know what to say. I can feel we have another dead man. And if you check it out, right, many of the cases of police-involved shootings usually, or in many cases, to be safe, I'll say, involved mentally ill people. A lot of cases, or many of the cases, because they are few. When you hear that there's a police-involved shooting leading to the death of an individual, many a times that these individuals are mentally ill people. Very hard. It's very hard to deal with mentally ill people because we are not equipped mentally you understand, to deal with these people. So we send police officers, law enforcement, so they can only respond in a manner that they are trained. You get me? So as a people, we have to get to a place where we can dispatch the appropriate agency to deal with people like him. Because death cannot be the solution. It just can't be. And here's what, I'm not blaming the police. He is in law enforcement. He's taught, a man charges at you with a knife. Hey, defend yourself. So the problem goes way back even before the police. We can't blame the police. How you gonna blame the police You madman? Can't blame the police. We are not yet at a place, and not even Grenada alone. Name one country, Caribbean country, small island state, who is equipped to deal with these people. Probably. We are not. Especially in these scenarios. Folks, I am saying to you, if you are not in your right frame of mind, you are not going to do what the right thinking person will do. And that's normal. In that context, that's normal. It's normal for somebody to be abnormal, who is abnormal, to behave abnormally. So then we can't judge them based on what we, or how we judge the right thinking man. We cannot deal with them in the same manner that we would come, go inside the vehicle. Come, the man, go inside the vehicle. We just can't. We have to understand they are not of sound mind. So then, we have to try. We have to try. We have to try. In this case, I am not in a position to say that the police could have acted differently, because I don't know that. You know? And if it's a case where it's an emergency that the police or some help needs to be dispatched immediately, and the police were the only ones who were there and present at the time. So is this a case where now we will have to start to look at least training 1 or 2 officers and have them on base specifically for cases of that nature? Is it time for us to start having that conversation? Yeah? As to whether or not there is a need to address this in a more serious manner. Let me say this again. Just think about this for a while. A man who is not of sound mind behave in a manner that a man who is not of sound mind will behave. The result is his death. I don't know. It's like cutting off your child's hand for spilling some milk. You know, he doesn't know better. She doesn't know better. You're not going to cut the child arm off for that. So, I am appealing to us as a nation. I don't have mentally ill people in my family, but there are many families who do. And not because it doesn't affect us means that we can just sweep it under the carpet like if it doesn't matter. Another one go down and we go back to our life as normal. I'm asking if that we can just take some more time, because I know we go say we take time. If we can take some more time to address the issue of people who are not of sound mind. If we can come up with a strategy, there might be 100 of them in the society, but there are people too. He used to be normal, you know. I think either he was a police officer or something of the sort, if my memory serves me right. Somewhere along the line, he lost his way. Okay? And mentally, he's been struggling. Today, he's dead. Because he charged at the police. And the police had no other choice but to defend himself with the tools that he was equipped with for that day to execute his duties. So don't get me wrong, I ain't casting blame on the police. Anyway, so Mr. Declan St. Bernard was pronounced dead. All right. The police say that they were called in because he was behaving aggressively, knocking on glass doors and knocking on and behaving in a way and saying some crazy stuff. And so they responded, and when they responded, he behaved aggressively towards them too and charged at them with a knife. And like I said, one of the bystanders said the police officer, while retreating, lost his balance, and so now the deceased further charged at him, and that's when the police pulled out his pistol and shot in the direction of the deceased. He was struck, and then, well, we all know how that ended. Three individuals injured following a crash that happened this afternoon. A truck lost its control in the Mount Rush area now, by that big hill there, and it ran into a wall. Yeah. So far, we know that the individuals were rushed to the hospital, and the driver sustained some injuries and is being treated for those injuries at the general hospital. So the truck itself lost control. We do not know what really happened, if it was some sort of failure with some part of the vehicle or so on, but it was carrying concrete blocks, you understand? And it lost control. One bystander said, well, it could have been worse, and congratulated the driver for trying to steer the vehicle in a manner that it doesn't create that kind of havoc, you know. So he was being, you see, on the ground, and persons were telling him to try to not move, and you know. Yeah, so at least we do not have any word that there are any life-threatening injuries from this particular crash. There's another one yesterday too, you know. Okay, so the next thing that we have to tell you, all right? So we were telling you that there were prank calls going into the police station, and as well prank calls going into the ambulance services. So prank calls going to 911, prank calls going into the ambulance and casualty services, emergency services, right? Why people are doing that? I don't know. But they're saying that that's a big problem for them right now, especially now that we're in the middle of a pandemic and the system is now stretched. Yeah? The police, now they are saying that people who are guilty of prank calls must know that there is a heavy penalty to pay. Not if, you know, not if, when you are caught. Because remember, once you make a call, they can trace the calls. So they are saying, listen, not if we catch you, when we catch you, listen, you can be fined up to $200,000 for calling into the police and say, officer, there's an accident in Guave, and when the police reach in Guave, there's no accident there. They trace the call. Okay, the number that called was 414 da 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 da. They show up at your door. 200,000. That's the whole house and land. And they get a vehicle with that too. $200,000 as a fine. Or you can be imprisoned for a term not exceeding 3 years. Oh, hear that? They could make you pay the 200,000 and still jail you for 3 years. Imagine you going up in prison. You don't look like a criminal, you know. You're not a hardcore criminal. You're just a fool, right? And when them boys see you, and them boys say, all right. All right. Fresh from the streets. You imagine? So here we are. The police say, stop and stop now. The medical people says, stop and stop now. Yesterday was what, Wednesday? They were saying that the system is under a lot of pressure, so they cannot afford to deal with these prank calls. They are saying that because so many people are coming to get tested in the thousands on a daily basis, it is interrupting a lot of the regular services that happens in the clinics and health centers around the country. So to compound that with the prank calls is just unacceptable. Dr. Taisha Donald was explaining how tough things are right now to manage under the present system, under the circumstances that we are presented with now.
So we're in a system where we have a number of our healthcare professionals ill. So it does affect our services. So what has had to happen is that we had to crunch. So whereas persons who would have been scheduled for surgeries and so, we had to now put it off and divert to just urgent cases, urgent and emergency cases. So all the elective cases, meaning cases that are scheduled and it does not having the surgery today or tomorrow does not affect the person's well-being, we had to put these cases off, right? So, and then, of course, it means that this person, whatever problem they're having, they have to bear with it for a little longer. And then in terms of, for example, places like the accident and emergency and our outpatient clinic, it's become very challenging because, of course, the wait time sometimes to access care is longer. And this is happening both at the level of community and at the level of hospital. So wait times would be increased. And so we really have to ask the public to bear with us a bit because, of course, because we have less staff available, it means your wait time would be a bit longer. But of course, we try to do a triad system, both at level of community and at level of hospital, so that the persons who need to be seen urgently are seen first, and persons who can wait would wait a little longer. So again, the wait time. So I know a lot of times persons really complain about waiting at our different facilities, but because of our situation right now, you will have a little longer wait, but we try our best to give service to the persons who need it most first. So we do a triad system and we do it by order of priority. So yes, it's been a difficult period for us. It has affected our services. We have longer wait times, but we're still managing to cope. So we're hoping that as we progress, more persons recover, we'll be able to reincorporate and go back to our regular services as before this surge.
Thank you very much, Dr. Taisha Donald, for sharing that information with us. During a search conducted by police, all right, let me see if I have that here for you. Yes, by not necessarily police, but by prison officers attached at the carpenter shop at Her Majesty's prison on Tuesday, 18 January 2022. A number of items inclusive of illegal drugs were discovered at Her Majesty's prison. The following items were seized during the operation: 17 packs of cannabis, 7.65 ounces, 5 cell phones, 2 cell phone chargers, 1 headphone, 1 cell phone battery. Now, these items were handed over to police for investigative purposes, and they say that investigations are ongoing. So these are the items that were confiscated by the prison authorities. Just now, marijuana would be able to be used in the prison. I guess, I don't know. I say meeting. Well, let me see. On Friday, 14th January 2022, officers attached to the Rapid Response Units in Vincent and the Grenadines arrested and charged 2 men, inclusive of a Grenadian national, following the seizure of 222 pounds of cannabis during an operation at the southern side of Union Island. Charged are Marvin Albert, a 26-year-old farmer of Paradise in St. Andrew, and Michael Scott, a 26-year-old fisherman, a national of Union Island, St. Vincent, for the offense of trafficking in a controlled drug following the discovery in an abandoned house. Both men appeared at the Kingston Magistrates Court on Monday, 17 January 2022. Marvin pleaded guilty and was remanded to Her Majesty's Prison, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Michael pleaded not guilty and was placed on bail in the amount of $50,000. And we also have an update for you. Marvin Albert, a 26-year-old farmer of Paradise in Andrew, who was remanded to Her Majesty's Prison, St. Vincent and the Grenadines last Monday, was sentenced to 1 year and 3 months for trafficking in a controlled drug and 3 months for illegally entering the state of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So I see that we are running out of time, so the other news items that I had for you, it is not time sensitive, and if time permits, we will be able to share that with you tomorrow, God's willing. We are going to take a break and return on the program. Oh no, before I do that, I need to tell you of the dashboard. Yes, we have just received the dashboard, and what we can tell you is that today Grenada recorded 253, that's 253 new cases of COVID-19. So we are averaging about 250 or so, 300, every day, it seems, around that mark. However, our test positivity has increased to 28.9%. So that means that it's just a slight increase. There were 875 tests that were done, so less persons tested, but still we've had a high number of positive cases, 253, and unfortunately, 1 additional death. Yeah, so in this wave alone, we have had a total of 5 deaths in this wave alone. You understand? There were also 501 new recoveries. All right, so our active cases dives down to 2,708 because yes, although we are having a lot of new cases, but because of the beginning of the spike when we had so many cases, now it is going down. The active cases is going down because of all these recoveries. All right, so again, our active cases have taken a dive to 2,708. So again, things to note: 253 new cases, tests out of 875 tests that were done today, and 1 additional death. Also, the hospitalization numbers have increased. 11 individuals currently hospitalized, 5 moderately ill, 3 severely ill, 3 critically ill. I don't know what the difference is, but anyway. 11 are currently persons in hospital. All right. So let's take a quick break, folks, and when we come back, we'll have the national report for you and the weather.
Give some love with Trent. Bringing love for you this game. Communion showing that we can. With gifts of love with Trent.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we care.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call superb distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
The Housing Authority offers products that people can choose from, products that people can access, and I think anyone looking to build, just call the Housing Authority of Grenada. The service was superb. Every step of the way, they collaborated with the owner, they collaborated with the builder. The builder himself was really good. For what I've seen them do, I have to say that from buildings they have done in the past to where they are now, they have come up to speed with modern trends, modern designs, and I think I will advise anybody to choose the Housing Authority of Grenada.
Well, that was easy. Getting what you want now. At Courts, you can find appliances, electronics, and furniture that you need at the unbeatable prices. Save up to 20% off the essentials. Get it now with Ready Finance and get 2 months free. Only at Courts, bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Promotion runs till January 31st, 2022.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply. But it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo Supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip-the-line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
Ministry of Health announces operational changes for the General Hospital to minimize the spread of COVID-19. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back. With the details to the news for Thursday, January 20th, 2022, I am Sharian Noel. The Ministry of Health has implemented structures which it says will guide operations at the General Hospital as it seeks to minimize the spread of COVID-19. A steady increase in positive cases and a shortage of doctors, nurses, and auxiliary staff have pushed the authorities at the General Hospital to implement safety measures to protect patients who are COVID-free from contracting the virus. Acting Director of Medical Services, Dr. Taisha Donnell, told members of the media on Wednesday that only the next of kin will be allowed per patient on the wards, and one person can accompany an individual to the Accident and Emergency Department. Similar measures were implemented in August during the spike of the Delta variant.
For accident and emergency, persons should come with at least just one person to accompany them because, of course, they're sick and they would need to have support. In terms of our visitation, again, we just like a little support from the public in understanding that the thing about community spread, anyone can have COVID-19. And someone can come into the hospital and actually bring COVID-19 to our wards. And so we want to implore that the visitation be minimized. Persons should visit their loved ones. Of course, we have to provide psychological support to our loved ones. But let us try to minimize the visitation and, of course, the number of persons visiting a particular person. So we have, again, instituted the protocol whereby the next of kin is the person who is designated to visit and bring supplies and provide support to the persons who are admitted within the hospital.
Persons visiting wards where patients are deemed high risk will be required to get tested before entry.
Particularly for the pediatric departments, our ICUs. So bear with us again. Try not to get upset when we request that, you get tested before entering the wards. Again, it's a means of trying to ensure that we contain this virus and a spread within our hospital services. We also want to say to persons out there that if you're having mild illness, you're not having moderate illness or severe illness, not having shortness of breath, and you're ill, you can visit your nearest clinic. So rather than coming to the accident and emergency, you can go to the nearest clinic. And all of the clinics are open and they're doing testing and they're seeing all of the patients. So we're trying, of course, to make maximum use of our casualty, of course, where it's really needed.
Dr. Donnell outlined the procedures for surgeries and clinics. She said urgent cases will be given priority.
We have made some changes to our clinics. So what we've done is that we've cut down our clinics to approximately 10 persons to each clinic. Now, what has happened as a result of this is that persons who come for routine care would get pushed back a little, and the persons who need to be seen urgently based on the underlying condition that they have, these persons will be seen. So, again, we're just seeking your cooperation so that if, of course, you did not get called in for clinic, but you need to be seen, then just call the medical records department so that they can have you sorted out and have you seen by the respective specialist. In terms of our operating theater, so we've had to, of course, suspend temporarily elective cases. And that, again, is because we have, of course, shortness of staff. Our staff is becoming ill, and it has become a bit difficult for us to run our regular schedule. So for this moment, at this present time, we're doing urgent cases. So when we say urgent cases, we speak about, cases like different types of tumors, cancers. These cases we will give priority to, and of course, all the emergencies.
Moving along, Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell has extended congratulations to colleague Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, who secured a second term in office with a landslide victory at the polls on Wednesday. Having announced snap elections on December 27, 2021, Prime Minister Mottley's Barbados Labour Party secured all 30 seats in Wednesday's vote. Dr. Mitchell congratulated the Barbadian leader, saying the results represent an overwhelming vote of confidence in the BLP administration. The Barbadian electorate has essentially opted for continuation of the tremendous work that Sister Mia and her team have been doing. With the new mandate, the administration needs to continue fulfilling its promises to the people of Barbados, uniting the people of the country and managing the ongoing crisis. Prime Minister Mitchell and Motley had a close friendship over the years, and Dr. Mitchell has pledged Grenada's commitment to continuing the historic ties between the two countries. Moving along, as if having to deal with the challenges of COVID-19 are not enough, the Ministry of Health is now faced with the problem of prank calls which are interfering with its already strained and overworked system. During government's weekly post-cabinet briefing on Wednesday, Acting Director of Medical Services, Dr. Taisha Donnell, said people have been calling to offer false and misleading information. She said with the increase in COVID-19 cases and individuals seeking medical care, the prank calls are placing the lives of others in jeopardy and affecting the services of the department. Grenada's Electronics Crime Bill, subsection 1 states, a person shall not make calls to any law enforcement authority or emergency services with the purpose of giving false and misleading information.
I would really like to ask the public to work with us. Please work with us. Think of it like this. Now, if you do a prank call and there's someone, a family member, who actually needs to have that ambulance call, what would have happened is that the resources would have been deployed to an area that is not needed for an area that is actually in dire need of that service. So it means that what would happen is someone who needs urgent care would be deprived of that care because of your prank call. So yes, I can confirm that these calls have happened. And, we're really saddened by that because we're in the midst of this pandemic. We're in the midst of community spread. We have a surge in cases. And of course, we'd have a lot of our elderly persons who will need care. And of course, if an ambulance goes, we've had instances where an ambulance would go to a household and the persons there don't have any idea why the ambulance is there. And then you have the other instances where ambulances go out and then no one is there.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
That's it. Tonga. Alright, big noise say moving out. Let's move now. I took my best shot to keep Grenada moving. Driver, let's move.
A message from the Ministry of Health.
Welcome back. Grenada's Health and Social Security Minister, Honorable Nicholas Steele, is heading a delegation in Geneva, Switzerland at the 35th meeting of the Program, Budget and Administration Committee of the Executive Board of the World Health Organization, which is currently underway. Minister Steele will also lead a local team that will attend the 150th session of the Executive Board of the World Health Organization in Geneva, Switzerland from the 24th to the 29th of January. Minister Steele has been elected as chairperson of the committee. The Program, Budget and Administration Committee was established in 2004 and is a critical decision-making committee of the World Health Organization. It acts on behalf of the board to examine, provide, advise, and make comments or recommendations on matters related to program planning, monitoring and evaluation, and financial and administrative issues directly to the Health Assembly. Minister Steele will be supported by 3 delegates, Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles, Dr. Trevor Noel, and Senior Medical Officer Dr. Mayana Charles. And finally, in the news, Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Petra Roth, reiterates the safety of the bubble tours created by the GTA and the Ministry of Tourism for both locals and visitors. Ms. Roach made the comment during a recent interview with GIS in light of concerns about the increase in COVID-19 cases and the cruise passengers on island. She said the tours, which were announced in November 2021, are pre-booked guided tours designed for cruise ship passengers to ensure their safety while on shore. She added that at no point during their visit the passengers are in direct contact with locals.
What we've done in terms of mitigating any possible transmission and actually reducing the possibility of interaction with the local population is we've created what is called bubble tours. So the bubble tours means that they actually disembark, they are safely well, before they disembark, they actually show that they're vaccinated. They've all had their 72-hour PCR test before embarkation, and then they are turned over to our guides, which are people like the Huggins Group, which are also the port agent, as well as the National Taxi Association. Everybody has been trained in terms of the protocols and in terms of the process, because that's really important. We also have had all of our providers sign affidavits which say that they will comply and they understand the implications of making any breaches. So they know that literally they can only go to places on the island, attractions, which are included in the bubble. COVID is going to be with us for a very long time. At the end of the day, we still ensure and we prioritize the safety of each and every Grenadian, because that's really important. And it's not for the GTA or the government to sit down and say, be responsible. I think people should look introspectively and recognize that we're all in this together. And ultimately, we can only do it if we all understand that adhering to the protocols, being sensible, sanitizing, wearing your mask, that is how we can get to the other side of this current challenge.
And with that story, we come to the end of the national report for Thursday, January 20th. Now for a recap of the top story. Ministry of Health announces operational changes for the General Hospital to minimize the spread of COVID-19. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Sharian Noel, thanking you for viewing.
All right, so Sharian and the rest of the GIS News team, thank you very much and all the best to you. And so we've given you the national report, we've given you the dashboard, and what we want to give you now is the weather for tonight and tomorrow. So the weather is expected to be fair to partly cloudy with few light early morning showers. The maximum, well, actually the minimum temperature for tonight, 23 degrees Celsius, so that's decent. Winds northeasterly to east northeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now seas moderate to rough, waves, I think there's an error there. So let's just say moderate to rough, all right? A small craft advisory is in effect. For tomorrow, Friday, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with light early morning showers becoming fair during the afternoon. Sun is expected to rise at 6:33 a.m. and set at 6:05 p.m. The minimum temperature tomorrow, 24 degrees Celsius, and the max, 30.5 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 8 feet in open water. A small craft advisory is in effect. So that's the weather. We have quite a bit of people tuned in, on YouTube. So we have to say hello to you, to my mom, to Velma, to Soraya, to Suzanne, to It's Clovey, and the whole crew who are currently on YouTube. We say hello to you guys. And as well, we have quite a bit of viewers on Facebook. So we like to say big up to our Facebook viewers. All right, let me see who we have with us today. Well, the usual suspects. All right, my sister is there. Meryl, Kirin, Shireen, Eunice, Celine, and Joseph, Ezran, and Javar, Wendian, and Michelle, and we also have Mishi with us as well, and Abby. Abby, where you come out? It's been a while. Welcome to Earth. Welcome back to Earth. It's been a while, right? Mango Pilot, we papa. You're telling me? Let me see if you have a badge. You don't even have a star by your name. Eh? Ansha. Kirin, look, Mango Pilot. Shamin, Bihari, blessings to you. Alistair, Rolanda. Okay, sanitize. Jane, Glenda. Who else is with us? Cindy. What brings you by, Mango Pilot? Huh? Yvonne. Yes, Adonna and Gemma and Claire. Angel. The big screen people. Hey, Liz, how are you? Blessings to you, Liz. Yes, I like thing. Angel, if I like thing. Angel, if I like thing again. Kathy. Patty. How you pronounce it? Patty or Patty? Who else is with us? Everyone else. Denise, how are you? And Kathy. Blessings to you. Miriam. Nah, Kirin. Kirin, let she work for them kind of title. Let she work. Don't come on. Nah, it's not easy so she read. I'm Kirin. Let she work for it. You know what I mean? You have to make them work. Shamsi. Blessings to you as well. And Paula. Blessings to you. Della. Wagwan. Blessings to the people in Toronto, eh, Paula? Yeah, man. Okay. So take care of all yourself, okay? And all the family. Mango, and welcome back. All right? It's been a while, but welcome back to the program. A lot has happened since you were last here. You understand? We make a whole child on your head. There we go. Anyway, let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No! Blessings. All the best. We'll see you tomorrow.